Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to you. Welcome to me. Welcome to the month of Safar. This is the month that, according to the knowledge of Islam, according to the knowledge of the Awliya Allah and the Ahli Sunnat Aqidah, this is a month of hardship, the month of curses. These days it is fashionable for Wahhabi and Wahhabi mind people, self-made scholars and self-declared alims, east, west, north and south, to take everything traditional that they have been doing for over 1,000 years, to say this is no basis in Islam. You have no basis in Islam. This is the month that 700,000 curses falls from the preserved tablet, the Lawful Mahfuz. It's falling into the month to be distributed through the year for this ummah. Now, who can say that this ummah is not under curse? The ummah is under curse day and night. The anger of Allah, the ghazab of Allah is reigning non-stop, because 21st century man, they have run away from the reason of creation. The reason of creation is to know Allah and to serve Allah. But man, they lost their identity because they're in ghaflat, complete ghaflat. Their responsibility that they're supposed to do, especially for the sake of Allah, they're in ghaflat. But for the sake of the dunya, they're very awake. For the sake of money, they're very awake. For the sake of their own self-interest, selfish interest, they're very awake and alive. For the sake of their ego, they're very alive. For the sake of their pleasure and what they want, they're very alive. They're very awake. They will travel thousands of miles, spend thousands of dollars to get it. But for the sake of Allah, I don't know what happened, Hoja. I have good intention. I don't know what happened. Astaghfirullah. Why is this happening? Because shaitan is just blowing to you, and you are just following. Allah is speaking to you. His Prophet is speaking to you. The angels, they are speaking to you. Your Shaykh is speaking to you. I'm yelling at you. You don't listen because the heart is blocked, is blind. Should not be. As much as your heart is awake for the dunya, put that in akhirat. Put that in your spirituality. Put that in running to please Allah. Don't treat Allah so cheap. Saying, Allah knows my heart, I don't have to do anything. Running to please Allah is so cheap, but running to please your ego, it is so expensive. Running to please your ego, you're willing to go through anything. But running to please Allah, you don't even want to wake up. This should not be. 21st century man, don't say also that Allah is sending the curses, sending the fire. We are pulling the curses. We are taking out the fire from our own hearts. Holy Prophet ﷺ prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbi, do not punish my nation like you have punished the nation of Nuh with the water, with the flood. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Don't worry, O my beloved one. I will not punish your nation with a flood. They are going to punish themselves. They are going to invent a fire in the Akhir Zaman. And they are going to burn each other with this flood of fire. If you don't have enough intelligence and faith to understand this, I don't know what we should say. Because you have to first get rid of the fire that is in your heart, that is burning in your heart. If not, you're going to take out that fire and you're going to start burning the whole world. Don't think that because governments are coming together, organizations are coming together, nations are coming together saying, we don't want arms race, we don't want nuclear this, we don't want this, we don't want that, and it's going to stop. No. It's all a game anyway. It's continuing. Those who don't have peace in their hearts, they can never bring peace. Those who have fire in their hearts and zulm and destruction, they will always bring that out. And they will always be painting the whole world with this fire. That has happened especially since the fall of the Khilafat. Because man, we have lost the direction. The direction, especially for the Muslims, we have lost the direction. It used to be, unbelievers going in one direction, believers going in another direction. But now everyone is going the same direction. Detour lost. Because the believers, the direction should not be this dunya. Direction should be Allah. But believers now, not only they are running and rushing to go to the dunya, they're pulling their children and their grandchildren too towards the dunya. And anyone that they see that they're living their life a little bit more serious for the akhirat, a little bit more serious for the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, a little bit more serious about the zikr, a little bit more serious about carrying the lifestyle of the Prophet, quickly they label them extremists, terrorists, too much, crazy, cultish. No, they like to say cult, especially calling our group cult. It's like saying group of doctors that's always very serious about their work, they are a cult. Or people who like to make sausages, and every time they're sitting and they're talking about making sujuk and they gather together, that is a cult. Crazy world we're living in. So our purpose and our intention for this month is to sit and to be a bit more serious, saying astaghfirullah alazim wa atubu ilayh, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness, going to that sajada, going to make sujud, sajda to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, night time, and ask for forgiveness. Because the bells, the alarm bells, they are ringing non-stop. The time is running very short. There is no more time. Time is finished. Time is finished and mankind is still sleeping. In this month of Safar, so many they're saying, don't believe those people who say the month of Safar is special and you have to make special istighfar, you have to make special asking for forgiveness. It's not special. Basically, they're saying anytime you're making any special prayer, they're saying don't pray. Not necessary. Just be regular, be normal. Anytime anyone wants to pray, we are encouraging them to pray. You say, okay, I want to celebrate Mawlid on the month of Rabiul Awal. We say that's good. What about if I want to celebrate Mawlid on the month of Rabiul Akhir? I say that's good. What about celebrate Maulid every month? Why not? Celebrate every day if you want. Because every day we are giving thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making us to be part of the ummah of His most beloved one. Alayhi salatu wassalam. That's okay. But these very sour, very selfish ones, very dry, very dead ones, they say, no, you cannot. That is bid'at. Then what are you going to do? You're going to watch TV? Oh, TV suddenly is not bid'at. Listening to music that pulls you to the dunya is not bid'at. Let's not talk about harams. We don't like to talk about harams. When it comes to worshipping extra, you're saying this is innovation. So, this is the month. This is the month where we need to be more serious, pulling ourselves away from all this foolishness of the world, and to be under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the awliya Allah, trying to connect with them, asking for forgiveness, and to watch ourselves. Watch yourself. Watch what you say. Watch where you are walking. Watch your activities. Watch your intentions. These words are for you and for me. If you don't like, leave it. I'll take it for myself. For the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, we're asking for forgiveness in this month, for us to become strong ones, for the curse not to touch us, for our way to be open, for the nazar to be lifted from us, for the confusion to be away from us, for every opening, dunya and akhirat, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be open for us. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.